So, lesson 6, Tenali Rama and the Dream Kingdom. Now let us read a story about Krishna Deva Rai. He was the ruler of Vijayanagar and Tenali Rama was his minister. And he was very clever at solving. In minutes, he used to solve the queries and questions of the king. Okay. So this is Tenali Rama and this is the king. Okay. Now in the picture you can see that the king is sleeping and in the bubble you can see a beautiful palace can be seen. Okay. So it means when we are sleeping and we are seeing something, it means we are dreaming. So same was with this king. So now the story is that once there was a king and the name of the king was Krishna Deva. And he ruled over the Vijayanagar Empire. Empire means a group of states or country which is ruled by one person. So one night what happened, he dreamed of a splendid palace. Splendid palace means a beautiful palace. And now what was the description of the palace that is given in our chapter? It was made of glittering stones. Glittering stones means shining stones, and it floated in the air. Now imagine what was the dream of the king. The palace was floating in the air, and how many rooms were there? It had 100 rooms, and each room was painted with beautiful designs. Each room was having different design, and the palace could be lit with 1,000 lights, and it could be made to disappear. Made to disappear means it could be hidden, or you can say it could be vanished, not to be seen in the darkness, only by some wishing. Only by some wishing it could be done that the palace could be seen and it could not be seen. Now, each day, now when it was like whenever he was going in the court every day with his courtiers, every day what he was doing, he was just thinking about that palace of in his dream, and he was supposed to be working. He wanted that somebody should make that beautiful palace for me. So he said, he is just thinking. You can see in the picture, see, this is also thinking. He's thinking, and what he's thinking? Tomorrow I will tell the courtiers about the dream I had. He was just, this question was going on in his mind that I want this palace to be made, and I'm just going to discuss about this to the courtiers. So the next morning, the same he did. He said to his courtiers that last night I dreamt of a magnificent palace. Magnificent, again you can see the meaning is given here, extremely attractive and impressive. Extremely attractive and impressive means anything by which you get attracted. It's so beautiful that you are attracted towards that thing. Okay. So now, what did he say? That he said, last night I had a dream and I saw a very beautiful, impressive palace in my dream. Not every at the court was wise or honest. Everyone at the court was not wise. There were many courtiers, but everybody was not wise. So most of the courtiers are what? Those who are attending the court of a prince or a king. Okay. Ministers, like we have ministers, same there were courtiers in that olden times. Most of the courtiers wanted to flatter the king. Flatter the king means just want to praise. They were every time they were just praising the king, hoping he would reward them in return. And why they were doing so? Because they had a hope that the king will reward them something in return. So one of the courtiers said, "My king, your dream is indeed marvelous." Marvelous means it's very good. It's like something different, something strange. Yes, it is only a great king can have such a grand dream. And then another one said that only a great king, a big king or a wise king only can dream of such a grand dream. Huge, very great dream. Okay. Encouraged by his foolish and greedy courtiers, the king made a public announcement. Now, encouraged means when he got support and courage, bravery. Now he was getting support of so many courtiers. He made a foolish and greedy, from the foolish and greedy courtiers, he made a public announcement. Public announcement is what? When anything is told to the people about something, it is publicly for everyone. So what did he say? I want my dream palace built. So what did he announce? That whatever I have seen in my dream, that palace should be built for me. And then he ordered that go and find me a person who can design and build such a palace for me. And what will he give in return? He will give 100,000 gold coins. In those times, whenever any good deed was done by someone, what was the reward? There were gold coins, 100 gold coins, 200 gold coins, 50 gold coins, and so on. So this was the announcement which was made by the king publicly. Now, when the announcement was made, everybody was shocked, everybody was surprised, and their mouths fell open. Their mouths fell open means surprised. What do we say in Hindi? Mouths fell open, muh khula reh gaya. When you hear something unusual or you hear something which you have not heard, what happens? You get surprised. Okay, but what could they say against the king command? But there was like they could not say anything against the king's order. Most of them did not have the courage to tell the king command. Again, you can see words that tell you that you must do something. And courage, not being afraid or not showing that you are afraid, means courageous. You are not afraid of anybody. So nobody has the courage to say anything against the king. Whoever heard of a palace floating in the air? Now what they were discussing, that they had never heard about a palace which was floating in the air. How can a palace float in the air? But how can we tell the king it's not possible? Now they were saying, but we can't tell the king that it could not be done. It is not a thing which could be done. How can a palace be built in the air? A few of the wise and honest courtiers tried reasoning with the king, but some few, like in the court, there were some few ministers who were very wise. So they started putting questions to the king. And what questions did they put? They said, my king, it would be impossible. They said that it is not possible to build a palace over the clouds and air. Such a palace cannot be built. We cannot build such palace. My king, he speaks the truth. And then the other one supported that he is telling the truth. Silence. I will have no more of your excuses. And now what did the king say? Stop. I don't want any of your excuses. Why? Because you people are just telling lie. You don't want to work. And I will not be pleased if you cannot build me a palace in the air. And then what did he say? I will not be happy. Pleased means happy. He said, if you are not going to build a palace for me in the air, I will not be happy with you all. Okay. Now the next. The courtiers were worried. Now it was a matter of thinking. They had to think because the king was not understanding that, but only one thing was there in his mind, that I want that kind of palace. Now for this problem they needed a solution, and they knew that there is only one man in the whole empire who can sort out this problem. Okay, so they knew he was Tenali Rama. And Tenali Rama was such a wise person that he used to sort out every query within a minute. So what did the courtiers do? They went to Tenali Rama. Now who was Tenali Rama? He was a minister. He was a poet. He was writing poems for the king. And jester. Jester is a person who makes people laugh. Okay, who makes people laugh. So, and he was at the king's court. What was he? He was a minister, he was a poet, and he was a jester. So the chief minister decided to go to Tenali Rama's home, and they wanted to sort out the problem. A few days later, a man tottered into the king's court crying for justice. Tottered. Tottered means what? Walked with shaky steps, not walking properly. He's just moving in a zigzag way. My dear fellow, what is the matter? And when he entered, the king asked, why are you in my court? What is your problem? So the person said, so king said, who has been unjust with you? Who has done something wrong with you? Tell me without fear, and I shall see justice done, and I shall give you justice. So now the man said, I have been robbed, your majesty. I have nothing left. He said, I have been robbed. Everything which I had, my savings, all have been robbed by somebody. Who has robbed you? Name him, and I will have him severely punished. Severely means in a very harsh manner. He said, you just tell me the name, and I'm going to punish that person. Now, your Majesty, I will tell you, but you must first promise me that you are not going to punish that person. So he said, I will tell the name, but you have to give me a promise that you are not going to punish that person. Now, when this man said these words, the king was astonished. He was very surprised. But he remembered his promise and he said, okay, stay back and I am not going to punish that man. You only tell me about the name of that person. So he said, Your Majesty, last night I had a dream. Again, he said the same words as the king was saying. And what did he dream? He said that I dreamt that you have come with your entourage of ministers and commanders. Entourage is what? A group of people attending or surrounding an important person. So he said you came with entourage of ministers and your commanders and robbed my entire life saving. Whatever I had earned in my whole life, you have taken it. And it was about 5,000 gold coins. So I don't have anything now with me. You have taken everything from me. You have robbed everything. So when the king heard about this, he said, how foolish you are. How can you believe that your dream can be real? Dreams are not true. So the king said, how can you believe this? This is a dream and dreams are never true. If your majesty's dream of a palace hanging in the air can be made to become true, then why can't my dream be real too? He said, Majesty, Your Honor, when your dream can be true, which you are dreaming, that somebody should make a palace for you in the clouds, then why can't my dream be true? So now, but just before the king could answer, this question, the man tore off his false beard and hair. So what he was wearing? He was wearing a false beard. You can see in this picture, he is wearing this beard, okay? And in the next we can see he has torn off this beard, okay? And hair also. It was none other than Tenali Rama. Tenali bowed low before the amazed king and he gave a bow. He just, in a respect, when we bow in front of anybody, we are giving respect to that person. Your Majesty, I apologize for tricking you. Apologize means to say that you are sorry for tricking you, for cheating you. But this was the only way of convincing. Convincing means making somebody believe that something is true. To make somebody believe that whatever I am saying, that is true. That your dream of building a palace floating in the air is impossible. And what did he say? That it was only a thing, it was only a way by which I could make you understand that it is not possible to make a palace floating in the air. The king burst into laughter. Burst into laughter means he started laughing. You are right, Tenali. You are really very clever. And then the king said, yes, you are the wisest minister of my court and you are saying the truth. So this was